Hey, what's going on, everybody? Hope we're doing great today. Happy Monday. We got 11 matchups on this NBA slate today, so be sure to like and subscribe. Check out all my betting links in the description below to get in on the action here. And make sure you got the notifications turned on, guys, so you guys can see these videos. And yeah, we'll hop in it. Busy slate today to start the week off, starting with the Atlanta Hawks versus the Charlotte Hornets. Hawks opening up as a 5-point road favorite with the over-under at 239.5. Hawks coming into this matchup 29-28. The Hornets 15-43. As far as injuries go, as you see, John Collins, Bogdanovich, both questionable. Atlanta on a little 2-game winning streak coming off that Spurs win. Charlotte, they are on a 7-game losing streak right now. Atlanta is 6-3 covering on the road, 5-2 covering in their last 7. So been very good covering here up against a very bad Charlotte team who is 3-12 at home, and they're 0-6 covering the spread right now. I think I'm going to roll with the Hawks -5 and money line on the road. Next matchup, we got the Houston Rockets versus the Philadelphia 76ers. Sixers opening up as a 14-point home favorite with the over-under at 225. Houston coming into this matchup 13-43. Philly 36-19. Injuries go. Embiid is questionable, so be sure to check his status. Houston, they are on a 5-game losing streak right now. Philly coming off a 2-game winning streak coming off that Brooklyn win. Yeah, Houston 1-10 on the road, 2-8 covering on the road against Philly here. Philly 16-3 at home, very good home team. 8-2 covering at home against Houston. Yeah, be sure to check Embiid's status. Kind of a big spread here. 14 points, definitely a lot here, and not in love with the spread here. Throw Philly in your money line parlays. Maybe get the Philly on an alt spread. Throw them in your parlays. Just 4 teams, man. It just seems way too much for me. But check Embiid's status. Take a shot with the spread if you want. I would probably feel comfortable lowering it to about, if you can get to like 10, I think 9 or 10, I think that's a good sweet spot. But definitely taking the Sixers at home here. Next matchup, we got the San Antonio Spurs versus the Cleveland Cavaliers. Cavs opening up as a 15-point home favorite with the over-under at 224.5. Spurs coming into this matchup 14-43. The Cavs 37-22. As far as injuries go, don't really see any for the Cavs, which is good. Spurs, they've lost their last 10 games. Cleveland on a 6-game winning streak. They're playing very good right now. Spurs 0-10 covering the spread right now. Kind of crazy. Cleveland 6-0 covering the spread. 5-1 covering at home. And yeah, I love Cleveland at home. 15 points, man. It is tough. They could definitely do it. Not in love with 15-point spread. Just anyone in the NBA can cover those. And definitely taking the Cavs at home, but I don't know if you could probably lower that to around 10 or so. I think that's a better sweet spot. 15 is just hard to trust, so I'm probably staying away from these spreads. Next matchup, we got the Utah Jazz versus the Indiana Pacers. Pacers opening up as a 1-point home favorite with the over-under at 238. Jazz coming into this matchup 28-30. The Pacers 25-33. Don't see any major injuries here. Halliburton is questionable, though. That probably is the biggest one here. Utah coming off that Knicks loss. They're 1-4 in their last 5. Pacers 2-8 in their last 10. They're on a 4-game losing streak. Utah is 4-2 against Indiana. Indiana just 1-8 in their last 9. It's been a real struggle for the Pacers here. And yeah, not in love with this matchup. I think Jazz are a decent underdog. And I'm going to take Jazz money line on the road. Next matchup, we got the Brooklyn Nets versus the New York Knicks. Knicks opening up as a 2.5-point home favorite with the over-under at 222. The Nets coming into this matchup 33-23. The Knicks 31-27. Don't see any major injuries here. Brooklyn coming off that Philly loss. Knicks coming off a Utah win. Crazy. Brooklyn is 9-0 on the road. I'm sorry, 9-0 straight up against the Knicks here. But, they did just lose all of their stars. So it definitely does affect that stat. And, Knicks 4-2 in their last 6. 4-2 covering the spread here. I like the Knicks. Definitely a winnable game at home. Should be able to get it done against this Knicks team. Against this Nets team. I'm going to take Knicks minus 2.5 and money line at home. Next matchup, we got the Denver Nuggets versus the Miami Heat. Heat opening up as a 1.5 point home favorite with the over-under at 220.5. Denver coming into this matchup 39-18. The Heat 32-25. As far as injuries go, Aaron Gordon is questionable. It's really the main injury. Denver coming off that Charlotte win. Miami on a little 3-game winning streak coming off a Magic win. Denver 5-0 against Miami. 5-0 covering against Miami. 5-1 covering on the road against Miami. They've been very good against the Heat. And I think Denver's a very good underdog on the road. So I'm going to take Denver plus 1.5 here. Next matchup, we got the New Orleans Pelicans versus the Oklahoma City Thunder. Thunder opening up as a 3-point home favorite with the over-under at 237. Pelicans coming into this matchup 29-28. The Thunder 27-28. As far as injuries go, McCollum is questionable, so be sure to check his status. Pelicans coming off that Cleveland loss. Thunder on a 2-game winning streak. They're playing very well right now. Pelicans 0-6 on the road. Not going to get done on the road. 1-4 covering against the Thunder. And I like the Thunder at home. They're playing very good here. And been very good at home. I'm going to roll with the Thunder in this one. Next matchup, we got the Orlando Magic versus the Chicago Bulls. Bulls opening up as a 5-point home favorite with the over-under at 225.5. Magic coming into this matchup 23-34. The Bulls 26-30. I don't see any major injuries here. Magic coming off a Miami loss. Bulls on a little 3-game losing streak here. Orlando is 2-4 against Chicago. Chicago 5-1 covering at home. Definitely a winnable game for them at home. And I think I'm going to take the Bulls minus 5 and money line in this one. Next matchup, we got the Minnesota Timberwolves versus the Dallas Mavericks. Dallas opening up as a 7-point home favorite with the over-under at 231. Minnesota coming into this matchup 30-29. Dallas 31-27. As far as injuries go, don't see any major injuries here. Minnesota coming off a Memphis loss. Mavs coming off that overtime loss against Sacramento. Minnesota 0-5 on the road against Dallas, where they have struggled. And I like the Mavs here at home. They look very good, and Luka and Kyrie gonna getting some more games together. So I like the Mavs minus 7 and money line at home. Next matchup, we got the Los Angeles Lakers versus the Portland Trail Blazers. Blazers opening up as a 2-point home favorite with the over-under at 237.5. Lakers coming into this matchup 26-31. The Blazers 27-29. As far as injuries go, LeBron is questionable, so be sure to check his status. Mohamed Bamba is good to go, so that's good. No Jeremy Grant or Nurkic. So, Portland missing some players. Lakers coming off that Warriors win. Yeah, I like the Lakers on the road if LeBron plays. Blazers missing some guys, man. And I think the Lakers are a good underdog today, but be sure to check LeBron's status. And then the last matchup, we got the Washington Wizards versus the Golden State Warriors. Warriors opening up as a 3.5-point home favorite with the over-under at 233.5. Wizards coming into this matchup 26-29. The Warriors 28-28. Kyle Kuzma is questionable for the Wizards, and so is Wiggins as well. Washington on a little 2-game winning streak. Warriors on a 2-game losing streak, but Washington just 5-12 against Golden State. Definitely struggle head to head there. Definitely a winnable game for the Warriors at home to get back on track here. And I think I'm going to take another shot with the Warriors -3.5 on money line at home. That's going to be it for the video. Good luck with your picks and parlays on Monday. Hope you guys all cash out, and I'll see you guys Tuesday. Have a good one.